All right, I was in the barbershop this morning. I heard this story, so I looked it up. It said teacher placed on leave after allegedly making the 5-year-old use his hands to clean feces out the toilet. This happened in Little Rock, Arkansas. So let's talk about it. Check out the current news playlist. Hopefully, for no more stories about this. The story was by Natasha Anderson of Fox 8 News. I'm trying to see, pull up her profile real quick. Um, she's from Springfield, Illinois, and I'm gonna go ahead and guess before I see if she's a black woman. Uh, yeah, I think she's black. She looks to be black. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Yeah, she's black for sure. Beautiful sister. So, she went to Ohio State University. So, thank her for doing this story. Okay. An Arkansas elementary teacher was accused of making a kindergartner use his hands to clean feces out of a clogged toilet. The 5-year-old reportedly told his mother about the incident over the weekend. KATC reported he claimed his teacher told him to clean out the toilet with his hand because he used too much toilet paper. After the conversation with the principal, the boy was moved to another class. According to the TV station, the teacher apologized and was placed on administrative leave while the school district was investigated. And that wasn't enough. Allegedly she did this, but when we do something, and I'm telling you, she was white and the kid was black. That's what I heard. I say allegedly. When we do something, we get fired. He's no longer with us. He's fired. They get placed on administrative leave. I'm telling you. Hundreds of years and we still pretty much running in place and can't really get past this barrier. And obviously, we ain't gonna just say the South because racism is everywhere. And I got another article. And it was Crystal Hill Elementary. Welcome to the home of the Red Jackets. Little Arkansas KATV, an elementary school teacher north of Little Rock, has been accused of having a kindergartner student pull toilet paper out of a clogged toilet with feces in his hands. The boy's mother, Ashley Murray, said Tuesday that her 5-year-old son told her about the incident over the weekend. His teacher at Crystal Hill Elementary School reportedly told him to clean out the toilet with his hands because he had used too much toilet paper. Murray said she was shocked when he told her, and it was obviously bothered her son. This is unacceptable, she said. Murray spoke with the principal on Monday and had her son moved to a different class. She said his teacher has apologized, but Murray said she wants more than an apology. Quote, I feel like she needs to be trained, suspended, or terminated or something because that's unacceptable, she said. I want my son to be safe in an environment, in a good environment. Okay, employees across the district work hard every day. The Pulaski County Special School District said in a statement Tuesday that it is actively investigating and the teacher has been placed on administrative leave. We wrote before. Employees across the district work hard every day to create an environment where students feel safe and protected, the statement says. The boy's grandmother, Tammy Murray, said in a Facebook post that the teacher did it to degrade and belittle him either because he's black or she didn't like him. I don't know if it's racism or if it's pure dislike for him or something isn't right, she posted, and this is exactly what she said. PSA, I have been struggling with this since yesterday. As I was on my way to a meeting, I got a phone call. It was my middle daughter. Mother, I have something to tell you and you're going to be very upset. I said, okay, tell me, she says. Ashton's, my grandson, teacher made him put his hands in the commode and clean out the feces and tissues because he stopped up the commode. And I said, what? I told her, let me get off this phone. And I had arrived at my destination. I'm going to read it all. Hold on. Kind of went off. Made me go to Facebook. And hopefully they don't say, oh, you got to sign in. I'm going to sign in on my computer. All right. And I arrived at my destination and started calling the elementary school, Crystal Hills Elementary. Okay, not now. In the SSD school board, when I got out my meeting, I called 7 on your side and emailed Fox 16, the superintendent of PCSSD, called me at 6 something yesterday. Even I want this teacher to never ever do this to another black male student again. This student is 5 years old in the kindergarten. He's a young black male. was done to degrade him, belittle him, and it was caused him to have anxiety. He keeps telling everyone what happened. I'm not stopping until this is handled properly. We have to protect our black males, but decent and in order. This woman has had the nerve to say she didn't know why she did it after admitting to it. Lord Jesus, help our teachers allow only those with no hidden agendas and love our children because become teachers. I don't know if racism or pure dislike for him, but something isn't right. Please keep up with what is going on in your young children's classroom. Ask them on a daily, ask them questions on daily, and that's facts. Wherever your kids go, spend the night, go with their father, go with their uncle, cousin, go over a friend house, you are supposed to ask them what's going on, talk to them, and kid that young is not gonna lie. Okay? Alright, but this is a common occurrence at this school. It seems the mother who asked to remain anonymous said, I told them I pay my taxes so you can have janitors at the school, not kids in class. So another parent, the mother of another Crystal Hills Elementary kindergartner said the same thing happened to her daughter under district teacher in the fall. The girl used too much toilet paper and was asked to pull it out with her bare hands. According to the mother, she contacted the school district, who told her that there will be. So this is a common occurrence, and I'm guessing this was a black little girl. And it was a white teacher again. And I mean, what can you say? That I'll be catching the case. What the hell is going on? My grind, honestly, I'll be catching the case because, that's worth it. That's worth, me finding that teacher and having a conversation. If it's a woman, calling my cousins and people that go have a conversation with her. We'll leave it at that. But second time this happened. And don't stop there, sue them. Make them pay for your kids. Make them pay for your kids when you're ready to go to college and pay for their college. When him and her, because this parents need to connect with the other parent, because they both went through the same thing. Make them connect, and when them kids, make them have a trust fund. So when they're ready to be adult, 18, they got a couple $100,000 waiting on them. They got it. People, that woman, Candace Owens, people always talking about playing the car. She sued the Connecticut school district, and I'm pretty sure she's still spending that money. Okay? So don't be ashamed, sue them. That's why we read multiple stories. This is why I read 2 articles, because we got the most from ABC 4 News. They had the 411. That was a little bit more extensive there. And Paige Cushman wrote this story, so this probably was in Arkansas, and it's just degrading. To have black kids, any kids, I don't care if you're black, white, orange. I be saying the same thing if black teachers made white kids do this. I'm not doing that. It's simple. You just teach them, this is what you use. Remember when I was in first grade, they showed us how to brush our teeth the right way. Show them how to wrap the toilet paper, how to use it, and go on. There's adults that work in places of employment that go to the mall and clog up the toilet with toilet paper and shit. And you don't see them, or the managers, or the people that own the mall, or the janitor service make them clean all the shit. This is just crazy to me. And, just see why people don't let their kids go to other people's houses, why they don't let their kids socialize and go to the skating ring, and why they homeschool their kids. Because it is. And she said he basically is still distraught by this. Fucking anxiety. He got post-traumatic distress about cleaning shit with his hands. And that's something that even though he's 5 years old, he can never forget that. And he should never forget that, because he should financially be compensated. His tuition should be paid for whatever school he want to go to. And if you have a trust fund with a couple $100,000 when he turned 18, whatever they deem he worthy. Real talk. And his parents should be compensated with something. Oh, we there on administrative leave. Administrative leave? I don't know why I did it. What you mean? You the second teacher that did it, so y'all all huddling up in there. And this is why we need our own schools. This is why we need our own education. This is why we don't need the USA teachers. That's why we need more black teachers. We might be spending a lot of money to go to college and taking less, but there needs to be some type of grants, and there needs to be some type of how can I say it, grants and stuff for black teachers, black women, black men, because when I think about it, I started off at a private school, and my kindergarten teacher was Miss McGinnis. Don't remember the second one. I remember my first grade teacher. My second teacher was Miss Van Mark. My third teacher, can't remember her, Miss Kirby, and so on. So I never had through like sixth grade. I never had a black teacher. Till I went to a Cherry Hill Performing Arts. Then we had the Jeffrey twins. We had Mr. Hooper. I still see him in the hood. I had multiple, but I had a black principal. Never had that. So throughout my school year, I had a few black teachers there. Had a business black teacher. Yeah, we took business in middle school. I had a few black teachers. I sure did. Spanish teacher was black. Went there for a few years. Went to high school. That's a good. I had a couple in high school, even when I switched. So, but the first half of my education, I had white teachers. But one thing you want to know, I remember I was watching an episode of Malcolm in the Middle, and if you ever watched that show, the teacher didn't like Reese, so Malcolm was tutoring him. He kept getting bad grades, and Malcolm did the report for him so he can get like a C or a B, and the teacher gave Malcolm an F. And they, we found out he just didn't like Reese. Some teachers are human. Some teachers don't like people, just like you don't like the chick that you work next to, or just like you don't like the dude that you work in the warehouse with. Teachers, they don't like certain students, and that's fair game, And it's hard to not to like a kid, but sometimes these kids be cussing in school. These kids don't have no home training. These kids don't come to school. Their parents don't help with their homework, and everybody they got different struggles. Study habits is the biggest gap between black homes and white homes. Talking about why there's no study habits in the home, most black homes, inner city homes, split parent households. He'd be at home by himself, brother watching him. That's why it's important to have a two-parent household. People say, well, you can't push you don't have to be married to have a two-parent household. Because some states you're married by law if you live together for 7 years, however long ago. But this is why we need two-parent households, or like the Arabs live in Detroit, you go to Dearborn, 2 or 3 generations live in a house. They get their credit together, they buy a house, they do it all over again. We need that where we got authority that's making sure we get in the study habits. Study habits is repetitious. Once you enforce it, kindergarten, first, second, third grade, fourth, sixth, by the time your kids come to middle school, it's uniform. They're gonna keep doing it. But crazy story. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget you can reach out to me if you got additional information. We on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If the parents want to reach out and they want to get a platform, they want to speak out, we offering that here. Facebook group link there as well too. Want to join that? Want to make a financial donation? Just share the video. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate ABC4 News. Hold on, I want to make sure. And we read from Fox 8 News. So salute to them. Appreciate the love, support. Salute. Peace.